It seems like nowadays every baller wants to be a rapper and every rapper wants to be a baller. It's like they have it already, but they still want to live vicariously in a different life. And it's no secret that a lot of the athletes these days are picking up the mic trying to spit a hot 16. But these rappers used to be some serious time athletes and almost had a shot before changing paths. J. Cole always wants to pick up the ball anytime he sees it. He generally has a lot of love for the game of basketball. He played varsity high school basketball at Terry Sanford High School, and he was good enough to earn himself a walk-on spot at St. John's University. So your boy was getting his hoops on, but obviously the music took over. But he followed through with it, and in 2022, he signed with the Canadian team, the Scarborough Shooting Stars, and he even took his talents overseas to Africa and played for the Rwanda Patriots Basketball Club in 2021. And even though he didn't play much and averaged about 1.7 points a game, the main thing is he made his childhood dreams happen. ESTG. He was a highly recruited prospect in football and even worked out for the NFL Combine as he went on to play college football at Indiana State University, where he received a scholarship. But he ended up transferring to Stephen F. Austin University, where he played 2 seasons before quitting. And the thing about this fool is that he acts like he's embarrassed or ashamed of his football career, because when he was on the Bootleg Kev show doing an interview, Kev had brought it up in a good way, giving him props about being a good football player. And this ESTG nigga whole demeanor changed like Kev just dissed him. He gets so in his feelings that he gets up and walks out of the interview. Like, bro, it wasn't that serious. Kev was just doing his homework and looking into your career and some of the highlights that he did, but maybe ESTG has some type of trauma from it. 50 Cent. Definitely nothing to do with baseball or basketball or football, because we have seen him in action. But 50 used to box at the early age of 11 and was even a Golden Glove fighter and was even fighting in the Junior Olympics before turning his life full-time to rap. You can easily see his physique at an early age, like this dude was buff as shit. It was already in form, and that's why anytime you see him goofing around boxing, you can tell from his stance and position that he's not new to this. And it makes sense to why he got into boxing promoting Once Upon a Time with Floyd Mayweather. Nelly. Unlike the typical sports of basketball and football, he had a big love for the game of baseball, and it makes sense to why his Battle Up song was a baseball themed video. He would play shortstop at high school at the University City High School, and it was from there he got to master his skills. And he looked up to Ozzie Smith, who was his favorite player. Nelly says that he was even invited to try out for the professional MLB teams, the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and says that after he tried out, he decided to quit because he was trying to make some fast money at the time. Ice Spice. So she has other talents after all, besides boringly shaking her booty looking bored as hell. But your girl was a volleyball star and played in high school and college, and them volleyball girls be having them super thick thighs and bubble butts, so this all explains it. But she played in high school and also played for Sonny Purchase State University of New York, where she played D3 volleyball on a scholarship. But around her second year of college, she dropped out to be popping that booty all over social media. Master P, one of the true icons of icons, pioneers of the pioneers, you name it, Master P has lived many lives. This nigga played in the NBA, so he definitely was not a scrub, and even though he only played preseason games, he still got the opportunity to play just for being nice at basketball. He had played for the Toronto Raptors and the Charlotte Hornets, but before he played for these NBA teams, he was going to the University of Houston on a scholarship for basketball. Cameron used to be very nice at basketball and even helped take his team to the championship along with Mace. And in the infamous video clip with him and Mace, Cameron runs to the other hoop and shoots a floater to make the game winner, but he misses. And the screwed up face on Mace's face is hilarious. Like, homie was angry as hell at Cameron for missing a shot, but after high school, Cameron would continue basketball and played for Navarro Junior College in Texas for a little bit before he left after he got injured. Rick Ross, the biggest boss. Now you already know what sport he was playing back then from the looks of him, but Rick Ross used to be a very good football player before becoming the biggest. He had played offensive lineman at Miami Carroll City Senior High School and even got a scholarship from Albany State University, where he played for a short time before quitting. Dave East grew up loving basketball and ended up playing for his high school in Maryland when he was living with his father, and it was there that he took the game seriously. He even scored 50 points in a game. Sheesh, homeboy was getting buckets. He also played on an AAU teams where some of his teammates were Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, and some other NBA players, so he was in the right company. He ended up playing for the University of Richmond and Towson for about 4 years before finally quitting. Shek West, Mr. Mo Bamba himself, used to be a serious hooper, and in 2020 he had declared for the NBA draft, and even though he wasn't selected, but he ended up going to Paris to play professional basketball for the Paris Basketball Club. Blueface, as tall as he is, you would have thought basketball would have been the sport, but nope, it was football, and he played quarterback and he was good. He was an all high school phenomenon and even got a scholarship to play at Fayetteville State University. Athletes turned rapper or rapper former athletes, whatever you want to call it, these people was good and had enough skills to get scholarships or play overseas in a professional league. And that's why the trend of rappers and athletes wanting to switch lives will never end, because everyone has many passions that they're passionate about, but ultimately went with the one that made sense for them. But I find it dope that they were able to go far with what they love, because who knows where they may have been now if they took on sports. It makes you wonder, it makes you wonder. But yeah man, thanks for watching the video. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.